Hey guys, welcome to Nancy's ABC of Travel. I got good news for you for all those who want to migrate with scholarships to New Zealand. There is this government portal, the nzscholarship.government.nz. They offer scholarships to different countries. And I have good news for you because this time round they have opened up to African countries. They never used to offer scholarships to countries that were Africans. Okay, so let's just go right into it, the scholarship part. Yes, they're telling us about the types of scholarships that they offer. Let's just go right into it. Okay, so New Zealand offers scholarships to eligible citizens from developing countries to study abroad at a New Zealand education institution or university or at a Pacific university. The New Zealand government offers these Manaki New Zealand scholarships. So the scholarships for undergraduate and postgraduate, these are fully tertiary scholarships for eligible international students to study full-time at a New Zealand education institution or a Pacific university. So yes, so there's a short-term training scholarship for citizens of Southeast Asia and Timor. Okay, and then there's English language training for official scholarships. Okay, so just go back. So let's go to scholarships for international tertiary students. So everything international students need to know about Manaki New Zealand scholarship for academic undergraduate or postgraduate study in New Zealand or the Pacific. Let's go to it and find out more about it. So below, see below for more information about the 2023 application round and COVID-19 updates. So you have to check the eligible countries. Remember, I told you they just opened that to African countries. So let's just check about whether we are eligible to apply or not. So check eligible countries. So Manaki New Zealand scholarships are available to citizens from eligible countries. If your country is not on the list, then the New Zealand government does not offer any academic scholarship for you. So select the countries to find out, select a region to find out if your country is eligible. So for now, because I'm African, so sorry to say so, but you can check that for yourself. I will go directly to African countries. So you can see Algeria, Angola, Botswana, Djibouti, Etswani. Which country is that anyway? Egypt, Ethiopia, Ghana, Kenya, Lesotho, Malawi, Mauritius, Morocco, Mozambique, Namibia, Nigeria, Rwanda, Senegal, South Africa, Tanzania, Tunisia, Uganda, Zambia, and Zimbabwe. So you can see those are the countries in Africa that are eligible. If you are a citizen of an eligible country, check if you meet all the eligibility criteria for a New Zealand scholarship. So let's go right into it and check for ourselves whether we are eligible. So to apply for a scholarship, you must meet all the eligibility criteria. Complete the online questionnaire linked below to confirm whether you can apply. So eligibility questionnaire: in which country do you hold a citizenship? How long have you been living in your home country? How much work experience do you have? Okay, and so the requirements, let's check the age. So you must be 18 years old to check, to apply for the scholarships. Immigration and visa, you only need to apply for a student's visa if we offer you a scholarship and you accept that offer. But before you apply for a scholarship, we strongly recommend that you check the student visa requirement on the relevant immigration website linked below. Okay, so when and how to apply for a visa, for the student visa. So do not apply for a student visa unless you are offered and accepted a Manaki New Zealand scholarship. So you got that right. So student visa requirements and visa applications for study in New Zealand. If your scholarship application is for study in New Zealand, then you must meet the visa requirements. Okay, so let's see the visa requirements. Mm. So okay, I have to accept all the cookies. So the overview, the length of stay is up to 4 years. With this visa, you can study full time at the course stated on your visa. These include schools, tertiary, and English language study, work part time up to 20 hours a week while studying, and full time in the holidays, depending on your New Zealand scholarships student scheme. Things to note: you can't include your partner and dependent children in your application for an MFAT funded New Zealand scholarship student visa, but they can apply for their own visas based on their relationship to you. This is a part whereby you need to be keen, because some of us usually assume that immediately when we get a scholarship, we have the right to move with our family members, which is very wrong. Depending on your scholarship program, your partner may be eligible for a work visa for the length of your MFAT funded New Zealand scholarship. So your dependent children will be eligible for student visas. So check the criteria. So we should check the criteria. Okay, so your nationality on passport. So you will go to Kenya. I'm not applying for it. So okay, anyway, I think you got that. So let's go. We reimburse some visa and medical costs. So most scholars have to pay for the cost of a visa application and any medical test before they come to New Zealand. When you arrive in New Zealand, your chosen university or education will reimburse you for the cost of a visa and any medical test. Please keep all the payment receipts, as you will need to show these to your university or to an education institution to get back your money. So okay, that is a good thing. So visa cost we will reimburse you if you show your receipt. Okay, so it is paid by the High Commission or by the institute in New Zealand. So you can see that. Okay, so research academic subjects that we recommend for your country. So I'm gonna go directly to my country. We give priority to applicants who choose one of our approved subjects called sectors on the application form. So click the following links for recommended study subjects in the Pacific, Asia, Africa, and Caribbean and Latin America. We suggest you research how your proposed field of study would relate to one of these subjects to help you complete your scholarship application form. On the application form, you need to describe how your preferred courses relate to one of our recommended study subjects. Note that these are called sectors on the form. Describe the skills and knowledge you want to gain from your preferred courses. Describe how these skills and knowledge are important to your country's development. Applicants who apply to study courses outside of these recommended subjects may be considered if they can provide compelling evidence of the developmental relevance to their home country. Please note that applications that do not strongly align with our recommended subjects are highly unlikely to be considered. So that's a tip. Let's just say that's a tip. I guess let's just go back and see whether we can apply for this. Okay, so let's see. Academic. Okay, the New Zealand border requirements and COVID-19 vaccinations. So New Zealand's border settings no longer required all foreign nationals to be vaccinated against COVID-19 before traveling. However, if you are not currently vaccinated but intend to be vaccinated, we will reimburse you the cost of the COVID-19 vaccine. Very interesting. Further information regarding New Zealand's border requirements on the vaccination and testing can be found on the New Zealand's Unite Against COVID-19 website. Applicants should also review COVID-19 vaccine requirements for their preferred education institutions prior to applying. So let's go to the academic and English requirements. Successful scholarship applicants must meet both the academic entry requirements and the English language requirements determined by each education institution. So check you meet academic entry requirements and English language requirements. So as part of the Manaki New Zealand scholarship application process, you need to choose your preferred education institution and preferred courses. So scholarship applicants do not need to apply for admission to their preferred education institution and courses until they are notified that they are a preferred candidate for a scholarship, but scholarship applicants do not need to check that they are likely to meet the minimum academic requirements and the minimum level of English requirements required for the courses. Course entry requirements are set by your chosen education institute, so you must check minimum entry requirements on their website before you apply for a scholarship. So PhD applicants should look for a supervisor as soon as possible. From an early stage, PhD scholarship applicants should look for and email suitable PhD supervisors at New Zealand universities. PhD scholarship applicants who make it to the interview stage will need to provide evidence at the interview that they have either secured a supervisor or are in active discussions with a potential supervisor. Only shortlisted applicants need English language test scores. Okay, you do not need to provide English language test scores when you apply for the Manaki New Zealand scholarship for tertiary study. Candidates who are shortlisted for a scholarship to undertake tertiary study in New Zealand must provide an English language test score. This does not apply to the candidates who are applying for the tertiary study in the Pacific. English language test takes place during the final stages of our scholarship selection process. We accept test scores from these 4 English competency testing systems: IELTS, TOEFL, PTE, Cambridge. If you have passed all of these or any of these during the last 12 months, then your university or education institution may accept these test scores. If you do not have those, you need to do them. So general level of English expected for postgraduate and undergraduate study. Each university or education institution sets the minimum level of English. So you need for your preferred courses. So check their websites. Okay. So an overall IELTS score of 6.5 and a no band less of 6.0, TOEFL score of 90 on the internet-based test with a writing score of 21. An overall PTE academic score of 58 with no communicative skills score less than 50. A Cambridge academic English advanced overall score of 176 with no band less than 169. Generally, to study for an undergraduate qualification, you must have at least an overall IELTS score of 6.0 and no band less than 5.5, a TOEFL score of 80 on the internet-based test with a writing score of 21, an overall PTE academic score of 50 with no communication skills score less than 42, a Cambridge academic English advanced in brackets overall score of 169 with no bands less than 162. Okay, so okay, I guess you have all you need. So you're gonna need valid passports. Okay, yes, so you're gonna need valid passports. So I encourage all of you to go and apply for this scholarship. It's good for you.